Hello everyone! Welcome to today's webinar entitled The Last Few Steps in Your NCLEX Success. I'm Arnie.
I'm Daryl.
I'm Rachel. And we are your non-NCLEX case managers. So welcome, and wherever you are, I hope you are well. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening. Yes, and wherever you are, I hope you are well rested, safe, and you are going to learn more about the last few steps in your NCLEX application process. So I have here Sir Jeril and Mom Chen, who will be giving us a lot of information about your NCLEX application process. So let's begin. So I hope your day is great. So, and before we start our orientation or our information about the last steps of your NCLEX application process, I would like to give you an information together with our case managers here about our ongoing NCLEX-RN sponsorship program. So this sponsorship program is open to all our candidates who wish to be part of the sponsorship program. And this aims to provide you with full information about our ongoing NCLEX sponsorship program. And we really recognize your effort, your achievement, and your desire to be fulfilling your American dream. And we recognize how busy you are and how difficult it is for you to squeeze in your plans for NCLEX. And we at Worldwide HealthStaff Solutions are making a lot of ways for you to be able to achieve this, and we are part of your success. So this orientation is going to highlight information about the admission process, the enrollment requirements, because I want you to be part of it. We all want you to be part of it. And because at the moment we already have 66 silver scholars from the batch 1, and we really aim to add more scholars, and who knows, any one of you here who's watching will be benefiting from our sponsorship program, and we want you to be part of it. So please grab your time now to take the chance to apply. So approach your case managers. We have Sir Jeril here, Ma'am Chen, and of course our senior case manager, Ma'am Safi Hilado, and then the rest of the team, we have Ma'am Mary Grace Abril, Ma'am Krisha Ann Tariman, Ma'am Giselle Bernales, Ma'am Sherilyn Almañana, and all of us together with Sir Gerald Roque will be helping you out, because again, the goal of this project is to really encourage everyone to be fulfilling their own dream or American dream, and the only way for you to fulfill that is to pass the NCLEX. And the only way for you to start passing is, of course, to start your application. And part of this program will be to encourage everyone to be knowledgeable of the benefits of the sponsorship program. So for our eligible candidates, you will be sponsored with authority to test, which is about $200. So that's a lot of savings, right? And of course, this will be applicable to our DaVita employed nurses and Fresenius employed nurses. And then also, additionally, we have schedule fees, which is applicable to the DaVita employed nurses, since the Fresenius employed nurses, this is part of your sponsorship as well, as long as you will be continuing to your immigration process. And then aside from that, you will have to take advantage of the $159 worth of a review program from Archer. This is a 90-day SurePass RN program, which I will be guiding you in the process. It's a structured review program wherein I, as your NCLEX prep coach, will be planning and guiding you in the review process. So that will be a lot to do, and we will be working together to make it happen, right? And so, and of course, our case managers here have really done a lot, so much to encourage other candidates so that they will be part of the process. So how, of course, you may be interested, how will I apply? So make sure that first you approach your case manager, Sir Jeril here and Sir Gerald, and then Ma'am Chen will be able to guide you. So once you have an interest on how to join, please approach us right away. Send us an email and then inquire. Then we will be sending you an application link. So you just need to register and then you have to undergo the screening process. This will require passing tests or screening tests. So the first test will include a traditional test of concept building, nursing concepts. These are traditional based questions. These are 75 item tests. And then you have to at least pass a score of 40 and above. And then after that, you need to take another test, which is an uh, NGN type question. This is an 85 item test, and you need to aim for pass condition. So which is again reflected by the computer adaptive test. So and once you're done passing the test, the screening test, you will be forwarded to your case managers, and you will be done with you need to undergo your interview, right?
Yes.
Yes. And is it really hard for the interview? I don't, what would they
Not
think?
really. As long as the candidate is, prepared and prepared well, they can definitely execute the interview
That's
well.
right.
Yes,
And
that's right.
yes,
So,
and do you know that Ma'am Chen here has a lot of scholars that passed recently? Can you share, Ma'am Chen?
yes, I am happy to share that one of my actually I have three candidates that already passed and become a successful silver scholar, and I'm looking forward to have more. So please feel free to reach out to us in case that you're interested, and we can definitely help you out with the process.
That's right. And then, of course, part of the screening process again will be your cooperation and your commitment to attend all the review sessions. And again, this is flexible structure review because we really take note of your work schedules, and as long as you will comply with our tasks and then you have to complete and pass them, then you're ready to go. Okay, so let's move on. So here are the just an information on what is included or the inclusions on your review program. Again, this is 90-day program from the time you will submit your acceptance letter, your memorandum of agreement, and then completing your interview. Again, the interview is just a part of assessing your communication skills, and they will just be asking about your experiences. And what else, sir, have you asked about the interview?
Um,
Yes, go ahead, Jerry.
so there are some questions related to their current experience, like being a dialysis nurse, how it works, and of course your personal
Commitment with this
commitment with
program.
the program, if you are fully committed to be a silver scholar.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so therefore you don't need to be threatened to that interview because this is just part of our assessment in order for us to really know who you are and how we can help you the best as our silver scholar. Okay, so now let's move on. So again, so we have a lot. Of course, you always look forward to our webinars because it's not only that we are giving you information about your NCLEX application, it is also a time wherein you get to know your case manager. So this time we are going to highlight Sir Jeril and Mom Chen. So I know all of you there who are under Sir Jeril and Mom Chen is very interested on their own lights and of course their background. So go ahead, Sir Jeriel.
Hello
I'll give you the
guys,
floor.
so my name is Gerald Adawag, one of the case manager. So I have been working with Worldwide HealthStaff since April 2022. I have completed my study at Our Lady of Fatima University as a marine engineer. During my free time, I like playing, video games, watching movies, and reading books, which is my comfort zone every time I feel stressed. By the way, my favorite author is Adam Grant because he mentioned in one of his books the most meaningful way to succeed is to help others succeed, which reminds me to do my best every single day. Nevertheless, I'm so glad to meet you all, and I'm looking forward that every one of us will achieve greater success.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that, Sir Jerrell. So now let me introduce myself. I am Rachel Montanto, one of the NCLEX case managers from Worldwide Health Staff Solutions here in the Philippines. And I completed my bachelor's degree in information systems at Marinduque State College and worked as a customer service representative in a BPO company for 3 years before joining here in the Worldwide Health Staff Solutions. So, aside from being a case manager, I spend my free time watching K-dramas and animes, and I am also a beach lover. And if I have enough time, I also join trekking. And I believe in the saying that good things takes time. So now let's move on to our first discussion, which is the eligibility and ATT. So I will give now the floor to Sir Gerald.
All right, thank you so much for that, Chen or Ma'am Rachel. So good day, nurses. It's my pleasure to meet you all. So like what she mentioned in today's webinar, I will discuss important information you may need to know about eligibility and ATT. All right, so what is eligibility? Basically, nursing regulatory bodies or NRB in each state determine eligibility to take the NCLEX and apply for licensure. Nursing school helps students meet state-specific eligibility requirements. Each state may require the completion of different coursework and a different number of supervised clinical hours, and it is a prerequisite to be permitted to sit for the exam. All right, so these are the following to be eligible to take the NCLEX-RN. So first, of course, a completed application in the preferred bond, which is the Board of Nursing, nursing school transcript, fingerprints if applicable, because there are some Board of Nursing does not require fingerprinting. So take note that every Board of Nursing has a different process. So you can contact your designated case manager for clarification and guidance. So how long does it take to get the eligibility? So there's no fixed time frame when the eligibility will be released, as it depends on the Board of Nursing. Sometimes there may be other delays that are out of their control. However, based on my experience, most of my candidates receive their eligibility in approximately 3 to 6 months. So how long is the eligibility good for? Apparently, some Board of Nursing, like New York, does not have an expiration for eligibility, whereas other bonds like NMI, the eligibility is only good for 1 year. So if you're unsure of how long your eligibility will remain valid, I highly recommend contacting the Board of Nursing. Right, next slide, please. So let's go ahead and proceed to the authorization to take test, better known as ATT. So what is ATT? An authorization to take test provides evidence that a candidate has completed the necessary preparations for moving on to the next step in becoming a licensed nurse. All right, and how do you get an ATT? So once you have been made eligible by your nursing regulatory bodies or NRB, you will receive an authorization to test via email address you provided when registering with PersonView. If you have not received an ATT email, you may want to contact your NRB to ensure all necessary materials have been received or to find out why they are not granted eligibility to your application. You must have your ATT email to schedule an appointment to take the NCLEX. So you can register via phone by contacting PersonView NCLEX Candidate Services at 866-496-2539. A program code from the applicant nursing education program must be provided. That code can be found on the NCSBN website. So you can visit this link on the screen to see the details. All right. So furthermore, you can register as well using the NCLEX registration website, www.ncsbn.org/NCLEX application and registration. An online form will ask for the candidate's name, which must match the name on the government issued ID that will be used when the candidate will take the NCLEX exam. Just as with the telephone registration, applicants must be provided an email address. Noting that all corresponds with person view must be done via email. So the program code and a valid credit, debit, or prepaid payment card will be needed to complete the registration. Next slide, please.
All right, thank you so much for that detailed and informative discussion about eligibility and waiting for ATT, Sir Gerald. So let's move on to the next stage of the NCLEX application, which is taking and passing the NCLEX. So remember, the NCLEX is designed to ensure that you possess the knowledge and skills to be a competent and safe nurse, which through preparation and positive mindset, you will achieve great success. And always remember to stay focused and on your preparation, stay determined, and give your effort. And of course, you will be guided accordingly and pass the NCLEX with the help of our worldwide health staff expert, NCLEX prep coach, NCLEX program coordinator, and of course, your competent case managers. So, all right. So, you should receive your ATT before scheduling your exam. So, once you receive your ATT, you can sign back into the person view. So, here is the website wherein you can sign in to schedule for your exam. All right. So if you are wondering when you will receive your ATT and how long is the validity of your ATT, so here is Sir Gerald to answer that question.
All right, thank you so much for that, Mom Rachel. So when will I receive my ATT? So basically, each NRB works differently in processing authorization to test application. So how long it takes to receive your ATT for the NCLEX varies by the NRB. Some boards may take up to 12 weeks with longer times for education program outside of the US. It is important for applicants to plan well ahead of time, follow direction carefully, and have all documents in order. And in order, of course, an ATT will arrive at the same email address that was provided during ATT registration. So this authorization to test remains valid for the length of time specified by the issuing NRB. And for the second question, how long is the validity date of ATT? So ATT is valid for set period of time specified by the nursing regulatory body, but the average length of an ATT validity is 90 days. Please take note that other boards may have shorter or longer validity. These validity dates cannot be extended for any reason and cannot be used after the expiration date. Therefore, a new application will be needed. Okay, so I guess I answered all of your questions about validity and how they will get the ATT. So
All right, thank you so much for answering that, Sir Gerald. So again, you should receive your ATT before scheduling your exam, and you can sign back into the person view to do that. So, and please note that the schedule is subject to change, and you can select your preferred testing center and date. So here is the sample, and so once you are able to take the NCLEX, and also you are able to take the NCLEX at any person professional testing location, regardless of where you are applying for licensure or registration. So now, on the day of your exam, you must bring your ATT and valid ID, ideally passport, to your designated testing center on the day of your exam. So all forms of identification must be valid and meet the following requirements. So if the ID does not meet these requirements, you will be turned away and required to re-register and pay another examination fee. So here is the requirements. So it should be physical, non-digital, non-expired, government issued, include name in Roman characters, include recent photograph, and include signature. And examples of acceptable forms of ID are passport, driver's license, provincial or territorial ID card, permanent residence card, and military identification card. So now, you may be asking when you will receive your NCLEX status once you are done taking the NCLEX. So it can take up to 6 weeks after the exam appointment for candidates to receive their official exam results. So official results are only provided by NRBs or Board of Nursing and will not be provided or verified by Person View or the NCSBN. So if more than 6 weeks have passed and a candidate hasn't received a result, they should contact their NRB. So as soon as you pass the NCLEX, you must inform your assigned non-NCLEX case manager for us to update our records accordingly. All right. So once you informed us about your NCLEX result, we will require you of the following. So your NCLEX quick result with your name on it, updated resume, NCLEX pass letter, and bond license verification. And additionally, after passing the NCLEX, you will be transferred to a NCLEX-RN case manager. And remember that passing the NCLEX is the final step in the non-NCLEX pipeline, as it is also the ultimate goal of the non-NCLEX case management team. So as a candidate progresses in his or her immigration journey, the moment she or he gets endorsed to the case management team, he or she will be prepped up for the petition filing. So also, after you pass your NCLEX, we will share this achievement on our FB page, group page, to showcase the successful individuals who successfully passed the NCLEX in a particular month. So here is the sample of what we did. So this is the sample for June NCLEX passers. Okay. So on the other hand, for those who did not pass their NCLEX, they will receive the NCLEX Candidate Performance Report, also known as the CPR, which serves as a guide to prepare them to retake the exam. So upon failing the NCLEX, the candidates are given 45 days to retake the exam after the test has been administered. So 8 attempts per year with a waiting period of 45 days between each attempt. And also unlimited number of attempts. So, however, it must be noted that each bond or NRB can have a additional standard or specific instruction. Therefore, candidates are advised to consult to the board. So the candidate must inform their case manager, and we will be asking for your candidate performance report issued by NCSBN. So this is our reference for us to help you understand your strengths and weaknesses based on your exam performance. And this will also help our NCLEX prep coach, Ms. Laarni, to provide customized or more detailed assistance for the retaker. So the NCSBN retake policy allows the candidate to retake their exam 45 days after administration of the exam. So some NRBs require candidate to wait longer between exams. So this will be reflected in the new ATT validity date. So the candidate must maintain, of course, their constant communication with their assigned case manager to keep track of his or processing of their NCLEX retake. And here are the steps for NCLEX retake. So first, the candidate must contact their NRB or the Board of Nursing and notify them of the plan to retake the NCLEX. So the NRB will inform the candidate of any fees or materials that are required to be made eligible to test again. And the next, re-register with Person View and pay the fee. So now, once they are done with the registration, they just have to wait for their new ATT. And lastly, they will now schedule a new exam appointment. So same thing again. Once they receive their ATT, then they can now schedule for their NCLEX. All right, so that's it for me. Thank you so much, and I hope this discussion proves to be informative, enlightening, and beneficial to each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and in behalf of the non-NCLEX case managers, I would like to thank all of you for your attendance and active engagement. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
Goodbye.
Bye.